Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the Mountain Path podcast with your host Hamza. Today we are watching and reacting to Piers Morgan's latest scandal, the absolute damn right disgrace that he is. And I've told you before on my last video, reacting to Piers Morgan and Andrew Tate. I said to you, this man is a buffoon. This man is a half-wit. He has a low IQ. Not to say I'm a man of high IQ, but sometimes these people who are so-called the faces of the internet and the face of social media and media in itself come across like they know it all, but clearly have clear agendas. We're going to go straight into this video, man. Let's go into this video. Piers Morgan against Wahid. Piers Morgan clearly loses his temper in this podcast. I'm watching from 15 minutes onwards, so maybe I'll miss out a lot of the stuff, but we're going to react to what he said, which is, in my opinion, just a disgrace.
Do you believe in equal rights for gay people?
I believe that actually the Islamic standard of law should be the standard of law in the country. Obviously, that's the standard I believe in.
So when this question was presented, do you believe in Sharia law, to Wahid, what is Sharia law? That is the question. As Muslims, we affirm Sharia law. Of course we do. If you don't affirm Sharia law as a Muslim, then what do you stand for? Does that mean we're going to rule with an iron fist or whatever he's perpetrating, Piers Morgan? Absolute nonsense. And his definition of Sharia law in itself, I don't know what he thinks, because the way he's saying, do you want Sharia law for this country, like it's a bad thing. What makes him think it's a bad thing? It's all brainwashing, propaganda, social media, whatever you want to call it. Years and years of propaganda to make that word Sharia law sound scary. That's why all these halfway EDL members, people with one tooth...
They took your teeth as well?
Yeah, they did.
They took your teeth?
Crackheads, basically. When you interview them, the EDL... You must have seen EDL interviews back in the day when it was in its prime. These people who have absolute zero education, and I'll say it straight up, these EDL members, clueless people, thick people. You know, Piers Morgan has exposed himself to be an absolute xenophobe. I'll tell you that for free.
So just to clarify, what is your view of homosexuality?
I believe homosexuality is a sin.
A sin, it's wrong. So when gay people come to your practice, do you treat them?
Oh, of course.
Why?
Because
You know, that is the most ridiculous... You know what? I'm pausing too much, man. I know you guys are getting annoyed, but let him answer for himself.
treat all my patients with kindness and without
Do you tell them you think what they do is a sin?
What an absurd thing to say.
Why wouldn't you
Why would I say that? Why would I say that?
I'm just trying to picture... Imagine you're a doctor and someone walks in and he's gay or whatever, and the doctor says, instead of asking how his day was, what's his problem, is everything okay, you know, being there for the patient, he asks, are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay? Do you know it's a sin? Which doctor in his right mind would do that?
Why don't you try going back to your surgery tomorrow?
They don't come to me.
Why don't you go to surgery tomorrow and say, before we go any further to your patients, I want you to know what I think. I think that I agree with the guy who said that this country is full of LGBT filth, feminist filth. I don't think Hamas are a terror group. I don't think what they did on October the 7th was a terror attack. And by the way, do you want me now to treat you?
Do you understand what...
I don't understand any of that.
Professional integrity is.
Oh, you think that's professional integrity?
No, I think professional integrity is treating the people I treat with respect and with kindness.
How do I know
and
you
fairness. Well, they know I do.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. We don't need... Why does Piers Morgan have this divine right to say, how do I know you do? Who the hell are you, bro? His patients know he does, so why is he asking? You stick to your job.
Do they know you think they're filth?
I didn't say that they're filth.
You agreed with what he said?
I didn't agree with what he said.
You said, I agree.
No, I agree.
I can play the...
No,
yeah, you have.
I
you may not even realise what you've done, but you have.
I believe in Islamic law.
Do you know that little empty threat? You may not realise what you've done, but you have. Please, you can see it in the other guy's face, Abdul Wahid. He's not fazed by these little empty, blackmails and all these little threats and these little intimidation tactics.
And I don't believe in the caricature that you try and present of Islam.
Would you like Sharia law in this country?
I would love to see you want Sharia law in this country.
I don't want Sharia law in this country.
Well, that's your wish.
But yes or no?
You know, the Islamic civilization was the only civilization.
You'd be very quick to answer everything else. Yes or no?
The Islamic civilization was the...
You see, this is a clear trap by Piers Morgan, because if he answers yes, then his definition, the Western definition of Sharia law, will now be implied on this guy, and his whole career and his whole personality and whatever, his character will be, demolished online and on Sky News and all mainstream platforms because he said yes to Sharia law in England, even though the definition of Sharia law is completely fabricated in this country, and they've changed the whole definition to make it sound like some cult, some terrorist kind of group. I don't know what they think it is. So that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to trap him, and this guy is not stupid. He's not going to say yes, even though our definition of Sharia law is completely different to this.
Means looking after the poor.
Means no gays, no feminists, i.e. women who get above themselves,
right? That's your caricature. No, that's your
I know what Sharia law wants.
Why do so many women become Muslim these days? Why
because they want to be oppressed. Is that what you're going to tell me?
No. Why do so many Muslim...
Because they want to be oppressed?
Women in the world become Muslim these days.
You tell me.
Well, you better ask them.
Well, why don't you tell me what you think?
They seem to find it something that attracts them.
This part here, this part in itself is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. As soon as he mentions why do women want to convert to Islam, he says, do they want to be oppressed? Do they want to be oppressed, in like a sarcastic, funny tone? So his first thought in his head was that when a woman converts, they're going to fall into a category of being oppressed. And that's his view of Islam. That is completely racist and xenophobic. This man is afraid of foreign people, afraid of foreign cultures. They can't accept foreign people and foreign cultures. They don't have an ounce of respect for anyone else apart from their own. And these people are allowed to run mainstream media. And that, what he said there, is such a big mistake. And he's been getting battered all over social media for that. Absolutely battered. The first thought in his head was oppression. Not that these women may have any ounce of intelligence. Do you think these women are blindly going into Islam? Do you not think they do their research? Have they not read the book, the scriptures? Have they not seen the way women are treated? Have they not seen the culture, embraced the culture? Why would they choose to be oppressed? Why is his first thing he said? Because they want to be oppressed. What do you mean by oppressed? Oh my God, this man. You know what? I'm not like these guys. May Allah bless these people on the Abdul Wahid and Muhammad Hijab and all these guys who have been interviewed by Piers Morgan. I'm not intellectually clever. I can barely speak. I promise you, this video itself I've clipped up many times because my speech ain't very good. My vocabulary ain't great as well. I can't even speak. I can't even pronounce vocabulary. Anyway. So God bless these guys, man. These guys are some real brothers, good, strong, firm brothers, because to take that, to hear this nonsense on our deen, to hear that Islam oppresses women by a man sat across the table to you, mate, I'd get angry, man. I'd lose my head. That's probably why I'm not sat there and he is, because people like him and Muhammad Hijab and all these other good brothers who can speak, they should represent us, not people like me, idiots who just get angry. But yeah, inshallah, I'll get there one day. I'll get there with the more intellectual debate, because debating itself is an art. Like Muhammad Hijab said in a recent video of his, it's an art, and not everyone can do it. So those who do it, mashallah, may Allah praise them and keep their tongues moist and give their tongues victory whenever they speak against the nonsense against our religion. We're going to hear it day in, day out. We hear it. We've heard it for years. We're going to continue hearing all the nonsense against our religion. We stand firm as Muslims. We're proud Muslims. No one like this Piers Morgan guy can change our opinions or minds. They're weak men. They're men who are oppressed in their own homes. These men are cowards. And I can say so much more. I'm not going to. But for him to say that, I mean...
Islam.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Many women in the West become Muslim.
And
I wonder for some reason, they seem to like the fact that...
Do you work with women doctors?
Yes, I do.
And how do they feel about your views on this?
Right, I'm going to stop it there. Piers Morgan once again exposes himself to be an absolute idiot. This has been the Mountain Path Podcast. I have been Hamza. That's been Piers Morgan being an idiot, and Abdul Wahid sending him to school. Inshallah, see you guys next time.